am at Bibliotech West, currently eating a sack lunch that I got from the soy company, so I don't have money for food. There's no electricity in my apartment. I've only received any money. Other than like $150 life support money that sends me. What else? Because there's food at home, but I don't want to live there. What else? What else? Yeah, my sister Marilyn gets in the way of him giving me money. It's disgusting. You can decapite Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate him if he's getting in the way of me receiving money still. They used to do that. That's so pretty and so relatable too. What else? What else? My previous video ended abruptly. I tagged the behind the spells house. The International Criminal Court, the Air Force, the Justice Department. What else? What else? I miss dating. I miss Kaimani. Dating Kaimani hasn't been with me since 2016. Also, when Alejandro Rea was celebrating Miguel Munoz getting my kids with him. El tipo es un puerco, una asquerosidad. He steals my money, gets in the way we receive money. Tipo puesto, un excremento. Se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso, me roba mi vehículo, and then bullying me through Facebook in 2020. Jada and Kaimani have been separated from me since 2016. When Michael Norman raped me and Jorge Aviles raped me, you can decapitate Michael Norman, you can decapitate Jorge Aviles. Usually the profile of those people is that they're behind the scenes parrandeando con las lichas que quieren ver mi vagina. And then they all get excited. That's usually why they don't go on to introduce themselves or text one or message one and say hi. They can randomly, casually run into one at a bar. Where one is with a leech that he's introduced to one as the leech que se hace pasar por una, como yo no recuerdo nada de ella. Like, who is this person? I think I've met her before, so I accepted friend because I may have spent with you. That doesn't mean that much. Well, I was trying to figure out like who are these leeches around me. It's people that are death penalty worthy for stealing from me, getting in the way of me receiving money, stealing my vehicles, and staying in my homes without my permission. So, anyways, I'm reading this from a sock lunch that I got at the Salvation Army. What else? You can decapitate a homie and soldiers and assistants that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. I'm sending my GoFundMe campaign to people through Instagram and some through email. And there may be duplicates sometimes through email if I don't remember that I've sent already. It's okay. It may be going into their spam folder, unfortunately. So I'm being patient. And some people may want Carlitos to publicly apologize for raping people for more than 30 years. I'm not the type to seek that from those people, an apology ever. If they had wanted to apologize, they would have killed my mother and they would have apologized already. What else? 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 I just messaged someone. What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, this. So who's following Rebecca? Elizabeth Washington. I don't know if I've already messaged this person though. What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate Rebecca Elizabeth Washington. If an adult, she stays in my home, steals my vehicles, gets in the way, wears your money. Steals my money. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? These lights are gross. What else? You can decapitate me, means that as sons or rape me, steal my money, and get in the way, wears your money. I think their names are Albert, Alex, Leach, Basura, Curiosidad, qué tipo tan puerco fue. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? They seek revenge. They retaliate. One doesn't take them on a day. They are blessed for their sorrows. They are wannabe socialites. They lack manners. But yeah, that's not in the mood for today. Myself that one. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So, I haven't seen any one of these people's vaginas. Do they have fake accounts pretending to be me and then they see ladies' vaginas full? Ew, I imagine them to be that ignorant. They killed my mother and they're still trying to kill me. Ew. Ew, 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 you poor thing. I don't have anyone. And I'm not into that. Honestly, so far I haven't seen anyone. On Instagram, there might be like one really pretty girl, like literally one. Yeah, I can't even think of the username, and I wouldn't go to that extent. But there's like one really pretty girl I've seen. And the compatibility also affect. So that's why one doesn't go like, oh my god, there's one girl in there. No, I don't think that way. And I possibly won't even see that person because I didn't make it a point to remember who that person is. What else? 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 So you can decapitate Gustavo Cáceres. Que se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso, me roba mi dinero, me roba mis gold bars, maneja mi vehículo sin mi permiso, es una basura. Y que Gloria Luisa Acevedo Cordero. You can decapitate, what else? Lord. I'm bored. And starving. So I'm hitting up all of Rebecca Elizabeth followers that I can in a few minutes. Asking for money to be gifted to me. Oh, do they supply leech and non-leech? They're like, I hate that girl from college. She's so pretty. I'm gonna ruin her life. Here, Carlitos, why don't you invite her to Arlene's home? I said, why don't you invite her to Arlene's home? That's not like a hotel, Arlene's home. You didn't question it? How is it my fault that the FBI is now accusing me of sending you there when Arlene doesn't give you permission to stay in her home and needs to get her belongings from there? Wow, just a safe home. Probably. Yeah. I like that girl. How did she get her husband? Did she meet him randomly or she killed for him? And it's like a tropo, foco, foco, caco. Porque just because she is with a husband and a baby there on Instagram doesn't mean that Dios mío that they went and bought the ring at sales until they stopped producing it and mass gifted it to everyone. So when I go like this on Facebook, they're like, "We all have it!" So you can decapitate everyone that went on to be fake married to me. I only married Guillermo Sarero during the Catholic wedding. La Lich que lo quiere violar. La Lich is after his money. La Lich is after raping Jaden Kehlani. La Lich is after a connection with me, whether I want it or not. Went on to possibly buy the ring and wears it sometimes. Or because I sold my wedding ring from my marriage to Edgar. At a pawn shop, they possibly went on to buy it. They track it. That's why they're listening. They're pesters. So they're like, okay, while you're around, she said that she sold the ring. That's abuse that I witnessed seconds ago. They're like, check all the pawn shops. Oh, she posted the pawn shop. I guess she wants me to find the ring. Dan un asco, son una basura. Ew. Someone supposedly commented on my post. I don't know what that is. I was a mutual friend. That is not a friend because I don't have any friends. I don't know who that person is. Ni me interesa for. Oh, he is proposing to me several activities to do with him to fake profiles. And so in the FBI one day through that tour program. How cute. Oh my god, I was 19 when that happened. How cute. I guess she was born in 1940. How cute. So cute. What else? Anything that I said that I could be, I can do. So cute. So cute. That is share the right post. I hate when it goes on to what else? Maria's never been a lunch lady. What else? 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 I'm so bored. I'm so bored. This is cute and exciting too. I want to stitch. Oh, Are these like the littlest kids one? It's always awkward when they're placed on a table. But that's for aesthetics only. And it may mean something to the campaign.